What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Since Ang Lee's new film Gemini Man hit theaters this week, since the film is directed by Ang Lee, I decided to do my top 5 favorite Ang Lee movies. Now, I haven't really seen all of his films to qualify to do a top 10 of, so I'm only going to rank his movies in 5s instead. So, with that being said, here's my top 5 favorite Ang Lee movies. Alright. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Now, the film is about this 19-year-old private named Billy Lynn, who's of course a 19-year-old private soldier, and him and his soldiers in a Bravo squad end up becoming he ends up becoming a hero after a harrowing Iraq bout, and is brought home temporarily for a victory tour and all. And so you see true flashbacks at the there's also pretty much about his heroic about his wartime and stuff like that, and you got a pretty good cast here too. Besides the lead actor is played by Joe Alwyn, who by the way is of course dating Taylor Swift. Just want to throw that out there. And the cast also includes people like Kristen Stewart, Steve Martin, Vin Diesel actually plays Lynn Sergeant, who ends up getting killed throughout the film. And so you also you even have Kelly Pickler who plays herself, who's singing during a halftime show at the at the Thanksgiving day football game. And it's also based on a book by Ben Fountain. It was a really nice film. I mean, sad to say the movie didn't get well received when it got released. It actually also got released in 3D, by the way. So I didn't see it in 3D, but I always thought that was a bit weird. And not to mention Garrett Hedlund was also in this. You even had Chris Tucker. I mean, I really quite liked the cast in this. And I never really read the book and all, but I really thought the story was really great. The the flashbacks of him at during his wartime, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it was a little heartbreaking at times, but I thought it was still pretty decent. Yeah, I really got a kick out of Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Very underrated, and sad to say, it did not do so well either. I believe it was a financial flop when it got released. It should have done better because it was actually a really good film. Alright, coming in at number 4 is going to be Life of Pi. Now, this movie is also based on a book, and it's about this young kid named Pi, played by Suraj Sharma, who, by the way, right now is on that show God Friended Me. But here, he, it's where this boat ends up crashing, and Pi is the only survivor, and his companion is a tiger. So it's pretty much like a friendship between a boy and a tiger. Really, you know how in a Castaway, Tom Hanks's companion was a volleyball. In this film, his companion is a tiger, and not to mention Life of Pi. They got loads of Oscar awards. I believe it got nominated for Best Picture. Ang Lee actually won his second Oscar win for Best Director. Kind of well deserved. I thought Ang Lee did a really great job. And it's a really great movie about survival, and also the one who plays the older version of Pi, Arfan Khan, I think his name is. He was really great in the modern parts. The movie was also beautifully shot. Great performances by Suraj Sharma. I mean, if you guys never really seen Life of Pi yet, give it a go. It's a really good one. Alright, coming in at number 3 is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This movie takes place in 19th century Qing dynasty China, and it stars Chow Yun-fat as his warrior, who ends up giving the Sword of Green Destiny to his lover, played by Michelle Yeoh. to like just give her. She pretty much just delivered to safekeeping and all. And so like when it ends up being stolen, the chases ends up being on to find it, and so like the story of course takes like on a whole different world and stuff. And Michelle Yeoh, of course, she was just in Crazy Rich Asians. She was on Star Trek Discovery. She was great in this. And Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, it has some great fights choreography. It's really beautiful to look at. And such a really good film. And I believe this movie scored a couple of Oscar nominations, too, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta double check that. But there is actually a sequel that's on Netflix, which it's not all that good. The first film is the best. Alright. Coming in at number 2 is going to be The Ice Storm. The Ice Storm is a really great film. It takes place in 1970s, and it's where sort of like Billy Lynn. This movie also takes place around Thanksgiving time, and it stars Kevin Kline as his father, who ends up cheating on his wife named Elena, played by Joe Allen, with his neighborhood seductress named Janie, played by Sigourney Weaver. And you also have their teenage daughter, Wendy, played by Christina Ricci, who's really like dabbling into some sexual tensions with Jenny's son, Mikey, played wonderfully by Elijah Wood. You also had Tobey Maguire is in this, Katie Holmes, and the whole movie also. And there's also like an ice storm that ends up breaking as well. So lots of the characters are really trapped in like an ice storm and all. And it's a movie about dysfunctional families. It's a major film about familyhood. It is also based on a book. Great performances by Kline. I like the chemistry between Elijah Wood and Christina Ricci. Those two were really great in this. I mean, I got to check, but I believe this was also Ang Lee's first American language film, if I'm not mistaken. I could probably be wrong about that. But that being said, The Ice Storm is a really great film, and if you guys never seen it, give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. Alright, now number 1 of Ang Lee's best film is pretty much the one that actually won him his first Oscar, and that is Brokeback Mountain. I mean, I probably could have added Ice Storm as my number 1 favorite, but Brokeback Mountain is really great. You got Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger in this. Of course, plays two cowboys who ends up falling for each other. And you also got Michelle Williams is in this, Anne Hathaway, Linda Cardellini. You also had Randy Quaid. Who else was in this? Oh yeah, Anna Faris was in this. Really great film. It takes place in 1963, and it's a really great modern western. It of course got nominated at the Oscar for Best Picture. Lots of people probably say it should have won. I guess it probably should have won too, but it's a really good film. And of course the romantic chemistry between Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal is just magnificent to watch. I mean, those two were really great in this movie together. Yeah, and pretty great. It has a really great script and great dialogue, and what Ang Lee was able to do with this movie was magnificent. And I mean, if you guys never seen Brokeback Mountain by now, to me it's definitely Ang Lee's best work. Like even lots of people will probably say that too. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do a quick rundown. Number 5, Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. 4, Life of Pi. 3, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. 2, The Ice Storm. 1, Brokeback Mountain. Now he has done other stuff as well. This is gonna be unpopular to say, but I didn't mind his Hulk movie. With Eric Bana, Sam Elliott, Jennifer Connelly. I mean, his Hulk movie isn't great, but I kind of got a kick out of it. Let's see. Sense and Sensibility is a good one. I don't think I ever seen The Wedding Banquet. Eat, Drink, Man, Woman. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Taking Woodstock was pretty decent. Ride with the Devil, which also had Tobey Maguire in it. Tortilla Soup, that was actually pretty good. I mean, Ang Lee's directed some pretty good stuff. And I'm kind of interested in Gemini Man. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but I'm kind of intrigued by it. Anyway, let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Ang Lee movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is C Movies signing off.